Okay, so today we talked about kind of moving from a table of values to guessing our function rule and being able to plot these values on the graph. So you have to somehow get from here to here to here. So I'm going to go to this last since it's the newest part, and I'm going to start with this because we've been guessing rules for a couple weeks now. I'm looking at these numbers. First thing I think of is what can I multiply to get from here to here, but it seems to be getting smaller. So I'm going to go in a different direction and look for division. So if I want to get from 6 to 2, I would divide by 3, but from 6 to 4, I don't divide by 3. So I'm going to try a different approach, maybe divide it by 2. So if I did -6 divided by 2, I would get -3. To get here, I'd have to add 1. And I can see this 0, 1 is a huge clue because if I divide anything and I have a 0, I'm going to get a 0, so add 1. So I'm going to check this one. If I divide by 2, that's 3. If I add 1, that's 4. It works. 2, if I divide by 2, that's 1 if I add 1. So my rule is going to be y equals x divided by 2 and then add 1. So now I'm going to fill in the rest of these points. -4 divided by 2 is -2. Add 1, that'll be -1. -2 divided by 2 is -1. Add 1, that's 0. So now the new part, I'm going to take these coordinate points, xy, 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 xy. I'm going to plot them on here. Now we've been looking at functions that are linear for the most part. So if I don't get a line, I probably messed up on my rule or on my points. So -6, -2, -6 on x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 2 on y, and it's a man-made graph, so hopefully it works. 0, 1, 0 on x, up 1 on y, -4, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 4, -2, 0, and then 2, 2. And I can see, even though I drew it myself, for the most part, I have a line. So this is the function that represents the table, that represents the equation, that represents the graph. Have fun.